we've got, it's actually, actual sports going on right now. It's not as much downtime as it usually would be this time of year. Kevin, how you
Are
doing
you
today?
ready?
Am I ready?
Are you ready for the biggest controversy of the night? I've been holding on to this. I haven't
The
sent it to
biggest
anybody.
controversy
Right.
of the night.
I haven't sent it to any of y'all. I haven't talked to anyone else. You did hit start recording, didn't you? I see that.
I
Yeah,
did.
Good job.
I did.
So last night,
controversy. So,
big controversy. You ready?
Yeah.
Barry-
Last night.
This is Barry Sanders controversy.
I saw this.
Did
Garth
you see
Brooks.
You saw it, huh?
I saw it.
Garth Brooks
Yeah.
and Barry Sanders controversy. folks.
Man, you never thought you'd hear that in
I
the
love-
same sentence.
This is a sports show.
It is a sports
This
show.
is a radio station.
Yeah.
And we have
We play Garth Brooks.
we play Garth Brooks on one of our radio stations, definitely on our country station. So Brooks last night, I guess at a concert. Was it in Detroit?
Yeah, it was in Detroit.
Come on stage last night wearing a Barry Sanders jersey.
Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders.
Not Dion, not anyone else.
Not Bernie.
So that's what that's what I'm getting at. So you folks watching online, I know folks listening can't see. For the folks watching, Garth, of course, had a big concert and he wore a Barry Sanders jersey. Well, Barry Sanders Hunter is what number?
He is 20.
Number 20, right?
Yeah.
So Garth, wearing maybe the greatest Detroit Lions jersey ever, at Ford Field in the stadium is where it was at.
Yeah.
Wearing a Sanders 20 jersey. And for folks confused about, well, why is this controversial? What are y'all even talking about? Well, here's the deal, folks. Trump and Democrat fans of people not named Bernie Sanders
Yeah.
thought he was wearing a Sanders 2020
jersey.
presidential jersey. Like,
How
it
out of
doesn't
touch
get
are people?
Americans, man. And I try to tell folks that every time. So, Hunter, when you graduated from high school, did you have good grades?
Yeah.
Okay.
AB.
Were there people in your class that did not have good grades?
Probably. More than likely.
As of July of your senior year, y'all both had a piece of paper,
Right.
and it said you're both
High school graduates.
and qualified for the same jobs, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
What's the person they call that finishes last in medical school?
I have no idea.
Doctor.
No. They're still doctor. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So, what I'm saying is that you may be educated.
Yeah.
You may be smart. You may know these people.
Right.
But there's other people with the same qualifications as you who do not know any of these people or any of these things or anything.
Just like when I saw him wearing the jersey, I didn't think that was a Bernie Sanders 2020 jersey. I thought he was wearing a Barry Sanders 20 Detroit Lions jersey.
Which he was.
Which he was. Because I know who Barry Sanders is.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to go through some of the comments for fun, Hunter. I just wanted to start with this one just to have a little... It's Fun Friday for us, and we don't have... we got a little bit to go over, but I want to do some segments and some fun things.
Right.
So today, we're going to bring up Barry Sanders and Garth Brooks. Here's some of the comments. Good grief. Can't you just do what you get paid to do?
Oh, man.
Jen Soccer Mom.
Oh, is that her name?
She said, why does it have to involve politics? So sad. We don't pay any good money for anything other than what you perform. Thought you were different. She was upset.
I think she was upset.
If this is for Bernie Sanders, I'm done with you.
Oh,
I thought you were a true American that loves our country.
Right.
How about another guy said, lost some respect with that jersey.
You want to know what's crazy, though? I wonder how many of these people that are commenting this actually, watch football now, and they're like...
now?
I'm just, watch it actively on Sundays, and of course they root for their teams now, and it's just not clicking that's Barry Sanders. It's just not clicking because everybody is so election. It's so election moment right now.
NFL stadium.
Yeah,
Poor Barry. If it was Deion Sanders, you wouldn't have a problem because he's 21.
Right.
Not
Right.
20. That's the thing is it's 20 and it's Sanders. I'm gonna read through some of the folks who did know who Barry and Bernie Sanders are.
Yeah.
These people should not be allowed to vote. We take voting privileges from felons. These idiots shouldn't have their privilege either.
Yeah.
Not a big Garth Brooks fans, but it's hilarious that people are apparently mad he wore a Detroit Lions jersey at his Detroit Lions show. Didn't realize Barry Sanders was such a divisive person. Maybe they're all Packer fans.
Oh man, that's funny. Dang, like how
So there's
stupid can
Barry
you be?
there's Barry in his 20 jersey, and there's Garth the back of his. For you folks watching online, maybe that might come up. I hit the button a minute ago. And
It just sat
it's
there and
fun.
twiddled its fingers,
Yeah,
saying,
it
I might do something.
Hunter, so starting off, this is a good lead into growing up. When I was growing up and stuff, when people acted insane over something little,
Yeah.
you just kind of rolled your eyes and
said whatever.
moved on. Like, why are you acting in such a way?
Yeah,
And
and now we're writing huge stories about
I
it.
just remember I was about 15 and 13, in the young teens, just remembering the world and trying to think about, taking offense to every little thing that has nothing to do with you.
It's awful.
Like these
That's
people,
a bitter life.
almost all these like how do you go through life just hating everything
Anything.
in the world, and the more if you let that dwell on you, that's your fault. That's you're putting it on yourself as
Oh, I know.
opposed to just live your life and have fun with it. And it's Garth Brooks singing songs. I mean, come on.
Who never in my life did I think people would take jabs at Garth Brooks for wearing an NFL jersey
And Garth
and turn it political.
is a very
I would understand, maybe
Wealthy.
Packers fans being like, "Oh, you're wearing a Lions jersey,
Right.
Oh, really?"
Right.
Not the people in the
Right.
political world coming out of left field like, "Oh my God, he's a Bernie Sanders supporter."
How many of those people that said that they wouldn't support him now actually bought a Garth Brooks CD in the last 10 years?
Nobody.
None of them.
No.
None of them. Like, how many people at the show? Now, I could see people at the show that didn't know, bought the ticket, get there, get mad,
Right,
like, he's
yeah.
wearing a Bernie Sanders. But somebody should have been like, hey, dumbass,
It's a
we're in Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a sports fan, or are you just incompetent?
Garth being a multimillionaire, I'm pretty sure, and he's a capitalist, he is not going to be a Bernie Sanders fan, I would say. Even if he was, I mean, who cares? That's the thing. This stuff has gotten to the point of just insanity on some of the stuff.
I hate when I see people cling so hard to celebrities and base everything off of
Right.
what they do
Celebrity worship is a
for
huge
what they do.
is a huge
You know what I'm
problem.
saying? Like what that celebrity does is something that they will do to the end of the earth because they're like, oh, that's
Okay.
what he did. Like
As
like,
a
you know
regular
how many
person, how
people-
does Kobe Bryant
Yeah.
make you cry?
I did not.
You see what I
cry
mean?
about
Like
the death
if
of
you're
Kobe
if
Bryant.
you're a regular person, how does a celebrity's multi-million-dollar person
Now,
who would never give you $1 in his life?
Now I was sad about it, but I didn't cry over
Right.
it.
There's a difference between, that's pretty sad. That's a bad story. His daughter's what made it really sad,
Yeah.
and the other girls. But I'm not poo-pooing that. What I'm saying is the whole celebrity worship, what you just said
Right.
of how does that affect your life?
Right.
Like, and I told someone, like, is it because he died in a helicopter crash, or like if he would have died of heart disease 20 years from now, would anybody care? Like, if Jordan dies, like, we'll go back and look at the people that I looked up to. If Jordan, Emmitt Smith died, would I cry? Would it ruin my day? No, not at all. I mean, think about all the people growing up. When I was little growing up, let's think about this. Bill Cosby's a rapist. That was one of our favorite TV shows.
Yeah.
All kinds of things with Michael Jackson. He was probably the best singer and greatest entertainer when I was little. Yeah, I think there's a list of. I saw one the other day of all these early '80s, '90s icons, and they've all done something pretty bad or involved in something like that. And
it's just one of those things too, where it's like of my generation as well, because the social media aspect is so huge. And
is this a mommy and daddy thing?
I don't know if it's a mommy daddy thing. I
Like-
truly don't. And but
You're
it's
looking
one of those
for
things,
love slash
it's they're living
through someone.
They're living vicariously
Right.
through what the celebrity is doing
Okay.
because they want to
Right.
do what that celebrity is doing.
Right.
Like when all the girls keep up, and this is not a shot at them. I know they actually work harder than just having the TV show. They have clothing lines and stuff, but keeping up with the Kardashians, they all want to be a Kardashian. They want their makeup line. They want to look like Kim. They want to look like Kim K. They want to look like Khloe. They want to look like the Jenner girls. And they just, everything that they do online, and then if one of them, announces that they're pregnant, they're like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. It's like, yeah, but like you're not, like you think
you're not going to be able to pick the baby up.
And it's like, good, yeah, that's
you
great.
You can't hold the baby.
Yeah, it's great that you're happy for them, but I want you to realize you are not friends with them. You might think like, oh, you know them, but you really don't. And I see that with kids my age when it comes to the political aspect as well. And I know we're a sports show, and we're not trying to get political. Just this is a mix of sports and politics right now, and it's kind of funny. But in this aspect, do you know how many kids, because of this, that I've grown up with, that listen to Garth Brooks, and then if they didn't know that was a Barry Sanders jersey, would be just like this, all up in arms, because they would think it was Bernie Sanders. And it's
there's a lot
same,
of music fans that aren't football fans or know who Barry Sanders is.
And it's the same thing with just any celebrity that they look up to. If a celebrity makes a political post online, and because they like that celebrity, they might not dig deep and do their own research, the fan, to figure out whether or not they're right or wrong. They'll just be like, oh well, this celebrity supports it. Why would it not be right?
I will tell you that and you've been taking communication classes and stuff like that. It's eye-opening as a communications advertising major. Once you find out that all the media is owned by 6 companies.
Yes.
5 of them are heavily liberal companies.
Disney.
And one of them is conservative. So when you hear your news, and this is what happens, Hunter, is
it's like Disney.
When you hear people say things about Fox News, the people who watch Fox News can't come around and say, what about ABC? What about NBC? They have to name them all. Because there's 6 of them. And then if you could find a map of who owns what in this country and just go through it, and you'll figure out, well, what, and as a journalist, and you're sitting there writing these articles in school and looking at articles and studying them and looking for bias.
Right.
And the bias, we didn't know how bad the bias was until the internet came out.
Oh, it's very biased.
Because you just did not know, because you had to trust the news. You had to get, I remember before this last election or whatever, just thinking, everything I read seems like I have to find a different angle or a different, like everything can't be bad.
No.
Everything can't be good. So you've got to find a medium in it. And then, so I get accused of being a hater sometimes on this on the Cam and the Trout stuff and the Barry Sanders stuff. And all it is I'm just trying to be realistic as opposed to hating on them. It's let's be careful, make sure we got all the information.
Right.
So if I come out,
it's the same thing. We're living through it right now. It's the same thing with the coronavirus. Yes, obviously it's bad and it's spreading to a lot of places.
I got a funny number for that.
And they'll talk about how many people have died from it. But what's funny is they don't highlight how many people have gotten over it.
Right.
And it's the amount of people that have died from it were like maybe 3,000 people at most, and the people that have gotten over it was like 27,000. I saw that number, and I was like, yeah, the media is not doing it any help because they're trying to basically spread panic.
So 38% of Americans say they will not drink a Corona beer due to the coronavirus.
Oh my God.
That's almost 4 in 10 Americans will not drink. That's how intelligent we are.
And guess what? They're going to the polls.
There's multiple different types of...
They're voting.
There's multiple different types of... Yeah, I try to tell people all the time. That same person that just said something stupid, they can vote just as many times as you can. And if they find the right person, they can probably vote twice.
Right.
If they find the right person that don't want to vote.
Yeah.
16% hunters say they are not sure if the beer is even linked to the virus.
16%.
Which means...
Yeah. Wow.
22% know that it is not linked to the virus, but won't drink it anyway.
Oh,
Now, folks, I'm going to repeat that. 38% of Americans won't drink Corona now. 16% of those say they know that the beer, they are not sure if the beer is linked to the virus. 62% know it isn't and still won't drink it. Just because it's called Corona.
Right.
Hunter, I know people that won't drink a Miller Lite because Brad Keselowski drives a Miller Lite car. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there are people that are like this.
I know what you mean.
I used to know people back in the day that would only shop at Lowe's or Home Depot, depending on who their race car driver was.
Yeah.
And neither one of them really sponsor cars anymore.
It's funny, man.
I always wanted to pull for the HQ car. You remember? You don't know HQ, do you?
Mm-mm.
Ha! Found somebody young enough not to remember HQ. So Lowe's was the blue store.
Right.
Home Depot was the orange store. HQ was the green store.
Okay.
There used to be an HQ in Gastonia. And then they went out and
got it.
And were replaced by that.
Got it.
HQ. I guess it means headquarters, home quarters. I actually don't know.